Hello colleagues, my name is Dmitry Stepanov. Today I present to you this paper. The paper is called Business and Technology Uncertainties in ERP-system implementation projects based on waterfall and multipass models. Nowadays you can hear a lot about digitalization. Digitalization is automation of business processes by means of developing software programs. There are simple and complex programs. Simple programs are mostly for home use. Complex ones automate entire enterprise. Complex applications cover all business processes of company like logistics, finance, human resources and warehouse. Depending on automated area, complex applications are called ERP, SRM, CRM and other systems. Corporate information system contains a set of such systems inside. The system is characterized by long implementation period, high efforts and costs. Implementation of simple or complex programs is ruled by methodology, like Agile Scrum, Extreme Programming, Accelerated SAP and others. Using such methodologies allows to mitigate uncertainty during the project. Are all these methodologies relevant for ERP systems? We will try to find the answer to this question within this paper. The goal of this paper is to demonstrate using waterfall, iterative and spiral implementation models in ERP projects in case of uncertainty. To achieve this goal, following tasks to be performed. We need to review one-pass and multi-pass implementation models. We need to define business and technology uncertainties. We need to consider basic principles relevant for developing ERP systems. We analyze business uncertainty in implementation models. And at the end, we will refine usage of implementation models in ERP projects. There are three classic implementation models are used to develop any program, including ERP systems. They are Cascade, Iterative and Spiral. According to Cascade or Waterfall model, project is divided into stages like analysis, design, build, test and deploy. Each stage can pass only once. Next stage can start only if previous one finished. The main disadvantage of this model is that end user tests program only at the last stage when no critical changes are expected. This issue is resolved in incremental model, where program is delivered through a set of iterations. A part of program is built at the end of each iteration, thus user can get acquainted with the program much before it's fully developed. A weak point of iterative model is undefined stop criteria to end the project. The problem of iterative model is resolved in spiral model by using risk analysis and checklist to go to next iteration. Waterfall model is called one-pass approach in most of the papers. Iterative and spiral are named multipass. Each ERP project faces uncertainty, no matter which implementation model is used. There are business and technology uncertainties. Let's consider business uncertainty at first. If user requirements are not defined properly, we are talking about business uncertainty. In this case, it's not clear what to do from technical point of view. The main reason of business uncertainty is legislation changes. Waterfall model allows to reduce business uncertainty by detailing requirements in the form of assumptions. On the other hand, requirements are clarified iteration by iteration in multipass models. Usually, ERP projects has high business uncertainty. Technical uncertainty is caused by third parties' involvement in companies' business processes, as well as using technologies never used before. In this case, we are saying there is no clear understanding how to realize a requirement technically. Technology uncertainty is mostly low in ERP projects due to ERP systems have predefined and restricted functionality. There are a lot of papers and books mentioning uncertainty in program development projects. They represent uncertainty matrix based on Steiси complexity model. The matrix contains horizontal axis for technology uncertainty and vertical axis for business uncertainty. As you can see from the figure, multipass models are relevant mostly for high business uncertainty. one-pass are used mostly for low business uncertainty. As we have discussed, ERP projects have low technology uncertainty. Thus, let's consider first sector in more details to find out if waterfall or agile methodology is reasonable to use. To do that, let's start from the beginning. Each program in ERP system is developed based on principles. The principles are derived from such disciplines as control theory, system analysis, and programming itself. There are programmable control principle, saying if all program states are predicted, then it can be programmed. Compensation principle, telling program must be managed, taking into account environment. And feedback loop principle, saying comments must be generated based on program outcomes in control theory discipline. System analysis discipline gives us following rules. Functionality principle, governing program architecture must be aligned with original requirement. Evolution principle, defining program structure must allow further potential changes. And uncertainty principle, eliminating human mistakes. Next one is programming discipline. Modularity principle specifies if program code is written at least twice, then it must be built as a separate function. Functional selectivity principle makes developer distinguish dialog and background program modes at coding stage. Reliability principle says there should be possibility for end user to edit, delete, and display data created by the program. One of the most critical principles is functionality. It says software program architecture should be aligned with initial business requirement and cover only this requirement. Thus, if you see a very complex program having a lot of menus, windows, buttons, etc., then it's highly likely original program structure was adjusted for completely new requirements. If new requirement is identified and confirmed, then it must be realized in ERP system. To be in line with one-pass implementation model, each new requirement must be estimated, designed, built, and tested in current project scope or independent sub-project. Multi-pass models allow to allocate such requirements to the next iterations. Thus, both one-pass and multi-pass models can manage new requirements caused by business uncertainty. Functionality principle strongly recommends to shape program structure to fit the only requirement. If the requirement is changed a bit or completely due to business uncertainty, then program must be altered or rebuilt from the scratch. The problem is neither waterfall nor iterative and spiral models can avoid it or improve. Taking into account all above, it's clear agile methodology as an extension of iterative and spiral models doesn't bring any benefits to project in case of high business uncertainty. Moreover, multi-pass models have serious restrictions. They are not adopted for rollout and from the scratch ERP projects, and more oriented for development rather than configuration of program. Therefore, multi-pass models can be potentially used only in evolution of ERP system projects, requiring programming but not configuration. ERP system can be considered as a package solution with limited number of functions and business objects to realize requirements. Thus, there is no high technology uncertainty in ERP projects. ERP system has high business uncertainty due to legislation changes. It leads modification of already developed and customized programs. Neither of implementation models can eliminate it. However, all models have ways how to manage business uncertainty. Due to multi-pass models are mostly oriented for program development, but not configuration, then it's reasonable to use it only in evolution of ERP systems projects. Thank you for your attention.